Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So today we're going to fix a leaky toilet. Now I'm going to make this as easy and as simple as I possibly can by replacing one of these, which is our universal filler. So let's get started. Now what I mean by leaky is not necessarily leaking all over the floor and not necessarily overflowing, anything like that. So this is not catastrophic. What's going on actually is the toilet is just really making a noise that lets me know basically water's continually running and it's not stopping. This unit, what this does is this ends up filling the bowl itself in the back as well as the toilet bowl itself. So there's two purposes to these units in order to fill the back of the toilet bowl as well as inside the bowl. And mine is basically doing this. So yeah, mine's basically just hissing and it's creating noise, it's bothersome, but at the same time we're wasting water and I really don't want to do that. So I want to make sure that the toilet is doing what it's supposed to do. It's not sitting there and just constantly just running water, which is obviously wasteful. So we're going to go ahead and replace this unit's rear. If you don't know how to do this, I just felt that this was a really important thing to know how to do, whether you're a renter, a first-time homeowner, or a long-time homeowner. Just to be able to go buy one of these, and it's a very simple installation. If you've never taken the back part of your toilet apart, this is definitely for you because it is very simple, but at the same time it's pretty cost effective. These are only about $15 to actually go to the store. I got this from Lowe's and replace. So let's go ahead and get started on the replacement. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to turn the water off the valve that goes from the wall or the floor to the toilet. That's the first thing we're gonna do. Right, the second thing that we're gonna do is we're going to flush the toilet, which is gonna drain the water in the bowl and the water in the back tank. That's gonna get as much of that water out of that system as possible. All right, so the third thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a towel and we're going to dry out the back part of the bowl as much as possible. And that's so that we don't get a whole lot of water on the floor once we take the valve that's on the bottom of that tank apart. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do after we've dried out the water, we've evacuated most of the water out of the tank, is that we're going to take this hose that's going to the bottom of the tank and get that separated after the water is shut off to make sure that you're not going to leak any water all over the floor. All right, so the next thing after getting that hose off the tank is you want to get the retainer that's actually holding the filler from inside the tank off the bottom. So there's a gasket from the inside and then there's that retainer, that O-ring, basically a bushing that's really holding it to the tank itself from the outside to the inside threads, and you want to go ahead and take that off so we can take the unit out. If there's any clips or anything to the inside tube, we'll go ahead and take that off as well. All right, next we're going to go ahead and take our towel. We're going to clean any residue around that hole in the bottom of the tank as well as in the bottom. And the reason why we want to do that is calcium does build up over time and we want to make sure that both surfaces are nice and clean. So we put that new unit with a new gasket on, with the new retainer ring on there, that the new bushing ring, that there's a nice solid seal and that no water is going to go leaking out through the bottom by having debris around that ring, that hole in the bottom of the tank. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this unit, and we're going to drop it right into the tank. And we're going to make sure that our gasket's on the top, and then that bushing, that ring that's going to screw onto the bottom is going from underneath. And when it goes in there, we want to make sure that it's nice and tight, hand tight. You don't need to use any tools to really cinch it down. It doesn't have to be that tight, just tight enough that it's not going to leak. If there are adjustments, some do have adjustments where you can adjust the level of water by twisting and bringing it up. Most are pretty much the type that you just put in there, install, screw that ring on the bottom, and then you're good to go. Okay, so after you have that retainer ring on, if it has adjustments, that it spins and adjusts in the proper place in order to have the level of water that fills in the bowl. You're gonna have typically a tube, and that tube is going to attach into the center tube of the toilet. So you have two functions of your toilet. You have the bowl of water in the back of the tank, and then you also have that water that goes through the tube. And if you ever look at how a toilet flushes, you'll see water that comes in through the bottom, and then water that comes and drains through the top. And that's to clean the bowl as efficiently as possible to make sure everything's flushing and going through that S-pipe in the back of the toilet efficiently. So go ahead and make sure that that tube is connected to the top, that your hose on the bottom is connected. So you want to make sure your bottom hose is connected and it's nice and snug, it's not going to leak. And then also that fill tube going to that center tube inside the back of the toilet is also secured so that it can fill the other parts of the toilet as well. So now that you have the hose attached to your new unit in there, in the bottom of the tank, and then you have the filler tube that's inside the center tube that fills the bottom up from the bowl, go ahead and turn on your water supply. And then make sure everything's filling up, and you can take a flashlight or anything else that'll help you see better, and make sure as it's filling that you're not getting any leaks around the bottom of that tank. That's really the only spot that you should, if you were to get leaks, where it should be. The only other place could be possibly the valve, which is a different fix, but hopefully you don't have any issues there. So as that water fills, go ahead and let it fill all the way to the top. Make sure that it stops hissing, that water doesn't continually run once it's full. Go ahead and flush a couple of times. Make sure you're functioning properly. You can make a little adjustments at that point to the chain or anywhere else that you need to in the back of the tank. But at this point, the toilet bowl filler in the back of the tank is fixed, and you guys are ready to go. Be sure to like and subscribe if this video brought you some value. Be sure to stay tuned for more episodes that we're going to have that include the solar array, as well as some other builds that I'm actually going to give you guys the option to let me know of where you want me to go next on what builds that you guys want me to highlight. There's a couple other things that I do as a professional, which include fixing cars. We can get into all that mix-up as well. I want to hear from you guys who are following me to see what you guys are interested in seeing me build, or show you guys, or answer questions that you guys want me to answer for you, that you guys have questions on, whether it's automotive, home repairs, home builds, like this theater behind me here. That was also another build as well, and this theater behind me, I built it for about $3 grand, so we can go into that as well if you want me to. But you guys let me know. We'll have some more options coming up in the next coming videos. So thanks for joining me, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.